What is up, guys? Welcome to the Classic Nation shop. Today we're with this 1949 Cadillac 331 engine that came with the 49 Cadillac we bought last year. Today we're going to see if it will start. We're going to try to fire it up right here on this crate as it sits. Stay tuned. So the very first thing we're going to do, verify that the engine has oil. Always check that first. Don't try to crank anything without checking. This has oil, we're good to go. Second thing that's important to note is that we're not going to hook up a radiator, we're not going to put any coolant in here because we're not going to run it for more than 30 seconds. If you were, you probably would need to hook up a cooling system. Doesn't matter for cranking it today, we're just going to see if it'll run. What we're doing to try to get this started is really addressing it in two ways, the fuel and the spark. From a spark standpoint, we know we need to bring a battery over. The next things that we need to do is address, we've got HEI. We're going to hook up a power wire to that HEI from a keyed ignition source. Just so happens we have a key with an ignition switch that's out of the vehicle that'll be easy to hook up. So we'll have power to the HEI coil inside here. We'll have power to the starter motor, and then we just need to hook up our battery cables to the starter motor and the block. And we should be set if all of that works from an electrical standpoint. From a fuel standpoint, we've got the fuel pump right here. We have an open fuel can. We'll hook up a fuel hose, and then we'll let Pop do what he loves more than anything in the world, and that is spray some starter fluid down the carburetors. Yes! We've got some hookups to make. Let's get after it. Let's do it. I made up a couple wires. There's really three that we need. One to the battery, one to the actual starter, and then the last one is the ignition wire, and I'm going to stick that into the back of this HEI distributor. We're going to give it a quick little dry run, hopefully get some oil pressure built up, and then squirt it, Dad, with the Go Juice. Nothing. Okay. I'm just going to put this back on there. Evan, why don't you touch this to the purple wire? You touch it. No. No.
Yeah, look out. Get out of the way. Look, let me get in there.
Okay, fine.
There it goes. See that? There's your starter.
But that doesn't actuate the solenoid, so that's why the starter's spinning, but that's not going to activate the solenoid. When in doubt.
Yeah.
Shop manual. Don't tell anybody that we're doing this. Ah, gotcha. Okay, so because this car had a push button start, it uses the generator ground to stop the starter. So we need that one pin on there to be a ground wire. Good work. Okay, cool. So now that we've got that, I say crank it over for a couple of seconds. The idea here is let's don't ruin the engine on the first start. Okay. Before you actually sell it, let's go ahead and build oil pressure before we actually put fuel to it. So give it a couple cranks. Okay. She wants to start. I hope so. You do that and try not to kill us. Okay. Okay, wait. Here we go. Ready? Go ahead. Go ahead. You're ready to run that throttle too. Yep. Okay. Okay, here we go. Go. Well, the fuel pump is not working, dry as a bone there, so not a doctor recommended solution, but tapped a little hole in the old water bottle, a little bit of gasoline. Let's see if we can get it going the old-fashioned way. Dribble in a little bit in there. Okay, let's try not to die. Oh, Jesus Christ. Be a little careful with what you're doing. What did we learn from that? Zero. Okay, here we go. Okay, go. It is not happy. It's
starting on gas now, which is good. I just don't have the balls to hold my nose and this gas thing over it at the same time.
Right.
All right, so we're giving the engine an IV, and I think there's a couple of colleges who'd probably give me an honorary doctor degree if they saw the type of procedure I'm performing here. The key here is try not to die. As I'm holding fuel running down my hands and arms, if I catch on fire like before, it'll be even more entertaining than just the bottle being on fire. So,
Well, sacrifice your body.
yeah, let's go.
That's a big success.
That's incredible.
Seemed pretty smooth too for the few seconds that it was running.
Yeah, and all it took was this OSHA-approved fuel line.
Yep. So today was a good day.
I'll say.
We answered the question, will it start, with a resounding yes. This was awesome. I can't wait to really put the cooling system on this, get it fine-tuned, and then put this on the chopping block for somebody that's looking for a 1949 engine to either put in their Cadillac or something else dope. Kind of reminded me of when we started up the 51 flatbed for the first time.
Yep.
Got that video right up here. This was fun. Can't wait to see you in the next video. Thanks for staying with us, and we'll see you next time.
This motor in particular was a real hot item back in the early days of hot rodding, because it was the first overhead valve Cadillac motor, 331, but it was 160 horsepower right out of the factory. But with just some carb changes and ignition changes, guys easily brought it up to over 300 horsepower, which was pretty impressive in those days. The other thing was it was really compact. It weighed 200 pounds less than the motor that it replaced from the year before. It has 5 main bearings. It's amazing, really, that the GM engineers, they built this thing so that it could be bored. It could be punched to 365 and 390 later. And guys exactly did that. Anyway, it's a great motor, really great motor. We'll see if it runs.
What are the chances you think we can get it started?